The team at Technology for Hotels knows how busy you are, so we've created this concise briefing to keep you up to date on key happenings in the hotel industry. Let's dive in.
Welcome. Yeah, this is really about pulling out the key insights from the latest briefing specifically for, hotel leaders like you.
Exactly. We're aiming to cut through the noise and give you the actionable takeaways from all the recent reports and announcements.
There's quite a bit happening. Let's maybe start with new openings and developments, some big moves from Hyatt.
Right. This new brand, Unscripted by Hyatt, it feels like they're really targeting that traveler wanting something a bit more, well, local,
There you have it.
flexible.
Exactly. It's an upscale brand aiming for those spontaneous trips, people wanting authentic character.
But how does that work with a big brand like Hyatt, keeping things unique?
Well, that's the interesting part. The idea is each property keeps its own identity, its local feel, but it operates under Hyatt standards, uses their systems, so you get reliability and individuality.
Okay, that's a neat balancing act. Sounds like a good pitch for independent hotel owners then.
Absolutely. It's designed to be conversion friendly. Owners get that unique identity plus access to the World of Hyatt network.
Which is huge, right? How many members?
Over 56 million. That's a massive instant market for an independent property.
Wow, 56 million.
Ah.
Okay. And are they seeing interest?
Seems so. The briefing mentions over 40 hotels are already in discussions globally. So yeah, definitely traction.
And strategically, where does Unscripted fit in Hyatt's overall, brand map?
It's kind of in their essentials collection, but with that distinct lifestyle edge. It sits alongside their other lifestyle growth areas, like the standard bunkhouse, Ondas, Thompson, shows they're really diversifying.
Makes sense. And staying with Hyatt, they're also making a specific move here in Australia Pacific.
Yes, big news down south. Hyatt House South Melbourne. It's their first extended stay property in the region.
Extended stay, that's key. Bookings open when?
Already open, actually, for stays starting July 1st, 2025.
So who are they targeting with this? Hybrid workers, families.
Pretty much all of the above. Hybrid workers needing longer bases, families wanting more space, corporate guests on projects. It's designed to feel more like home.
Home-like, so kitchenettes, more space.
Exactly. Residential style, pet-friendly balconies mentioned too, which is interesting. But you still get the hotel perks, 24/7 reception, H-bar, breakfast, comfort, flexibility, plus a sustainability focus.
Got it. Okay, switching gears from new builds. What about existing hotels? Any major upgrades?
Definitely. Watson's Bay Hotel in Sydney, putting $3 million into renovating their event spaces, the top and mid decks.
$3 million just on event spaces. That's significant. What's the look?
Refined Hamptons inspired, lots of white natural textures focusing on those harbor views, clearly aiming to elevate their events offering, launching October 2025.
And the rest of the hotel stays open.
Yeah, beach club, accommodation, all operating as normal. Smart move to minimize disruption.
We're also seeing brands repositioning. Minor Hotel Group's Oaks brand.
Right. Oaks Hotels, Resorts and Suites, they're shifting, moving away from being seen just as service departments towards more of a full-service hotel concept across their, 55-plus properties?
Full service. So that means potentially more F&B, different amenities, trying to capture a different market segment maybe?
Likely both. It suggests investment in broader services, maybe aiming for higher ADR, appealing to guests expecting that full hotel experience, even for longer stays. It's a noticeable shift for them.
And hearing from operators on the ground, Andrew Bullock from 1834 Hotels, they just took on management for that Elanor Investors portfolio.
Yeah, he highlighted the benefits of their white label model, gives owners flexibility, they keep some brand control, but get 1834's expertise in systems.
What are their priorities now, managing that larger portfolio?
Two main things stood out. One, reactivating underused spaces to find new revenue. Very practical.
Makes sense.
And the second,
Tech expansion. Specifically mentioned a mobile app for digital check-in, digital keys, streamlining the guest journey, maybe cutting some costs too. Efficiency, cost management, smart tech.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar. And disciplined growth, right?
Exactly. Values-aligned growth. It's about being smart, not just bigger. Seems to be the theme for the next year or so.
Okay, now for some really big numbers. Hilton just hit a major milestone.
A huge one. 1,000 luxury and lifestyle hotels globally. It's quite something. Capped off a record year for them, adding nearly 100,000 rooms overall.
And the pipeline is where it gets even more interesting. Nearly 500 more luxury and lifestyle hotels are planned.
Yeah, and get this. They plan to open over 150 of those next year in 2025.
Wow. That's like 3 new high-end hotels opening every week.
Roughly, yeah. The pace is incredible. Think Waldorf Astoria, New York reopening, Conrad Athens, first LXR in India, plus recent ones in Paris, Cape Town, Osaka.
What does that kind of rapid luxury expansion mean for the rest of the market? More competition.
Absolutely. Huge increase in competition at the top end. Puts pressure on existing players, but it also shows strong confidence in that high-end demand. Really raises the bar.
Let's move to acquisitions and investments. Intrepid Travel, usually known for tours, is buying hotels.
Yeah, 2 boutique properties, edge of the bay in Tasmania, 20 rooms, and a 17-room riad in Marrakech.
How does that fit their strategy?
It's about controlling the experience, embedding their values. They want 20 community-focused, responsibly run properties within 3 years. It lets them deliver that immersive, impact-driven stay directly.
So the accommodation becomes part of the Intrepid experience itself.
Precisely. Like the Tasmania property partnering with Greening Australia, it's integrated, purposeful travel.
Interesting model. And in Sydney, a big transformation project in the Hills District.
Right. La Vie Hotels and Resorts took over the old Ridges Norwest, rebranding it Visidior Hotels International with Visidior Hotels.
And it's not just a rebadge. An $18 million transformation.
Yeah, that's a complete overhaul over 18 months. Redesigned rooms, new dining, and importantly, a huge new ballroom seats, 880.
A ballroom that size signals big ambitions for the corporate and events market out there.
Definitely. It shows the strength of the Hills District as a business hub. They're aiming for a flagship luxury spot, hitting corporate, leisure, and major events.
And quickly, there was that acquisition in Perth, the Seabowl West Perth.
Right. Capital Bay Investment bought it. What's notable is they kept the Seabowl brand and Accor affiliation, even though they could have gone independent, marketed with vacant possession.
What does that tell us?
It really underscores the value owners see in established brands and their distribution, their loyalty programs. Even with flexibility, the Accor connection was deemed too valuable to lose.
Okay, let's look at some broader industry trends. Fiji seems to be making waves globally.
For sure. The Fiji Tourism Exchange, FTE 2025, was a big success. Hosted at the Sheraton Fiji Golf and Beach Resort, drew over 550 people from 19 countries, thousands of meetings.
Marriott was quite central to that, weren't they? Showcasing their Denaro facilities.
Yes, using their convention center, hospitality, cultural activations. It ties into their wider Fiji strategy, new dining, sustainability, local leadership training, like their Valiutaki program.
So it's about positioning Fiji for more than just leisure, big events, conferences.
Exactly. Purposeful growth, leveraging local talent, impacting the community positively, building Fiji's profile for major MIC business.
And closer to home? Recognition for the Darwin Airport resorts.
Yeah, the Novotel, Mercure, and Ibis complex there picked up several Hospitality NT awards. Best marketed, best outdoor area.
They seem to be redefining that airport hotel experience, right? Since opening late last year.
Definitely. That huge 51-meter pool probably helps. It shows significant investment from the Airport Development Group, managed by Accor, can really elevate a property beyond just convenience.
And looking at Australia overall, the market's holding up well.
The numbers from Dransfield's Hotel Futures report suggest so. National occupancy sitting around 72.6%.
Up slightly on last year.
Yeah.
And ADR and RevPR.
Still strong. ADR at $250.65, RevPAR $182.03 nationally. Shows ongoing recovery and confidence, though performance always varies market by market.
Let's touch on sustainability. Plantation Island Resort in Fiji had an interesting program for World Oceans Week.
They did. Marine biology workshops, conservation snorkeling, kids education, really connecting guests to the local environment.
Plus that cool Beulah Reef project, spelling Beulah with heat-adapted corals.
Yeah, creative. But what's important is the ongoing commitment, partnering with scientists, NGOs, hiring local marine biologists. It's embedding sustainability into their operation, not just a one-off event.
Good example. Now, quickly, some stars in motion, key people moves.
Just a few highlights. Hamish Dahe is now Director FFE and Commercial at Grace Group. Important role covering furnishings, fixtures, equipment.
And some new GMs.
Yes. Abhishek Sinha at Amora Hotel, Jameson, Sydney. David Lance taking over at Sheraton Grand Sydney Hyde Park. And Michael Stamboulidis at QT Auckland.
Also, Natalie McGreedy, now EAM at Voco Gosford by IHG. Lots of movement.
Always. Keeps things dynamic.
Okay, tech news. This feels really important. An article flagged about AI security.
Yes, our Mortius piece title says it all. AI security isn't sexy, but it's the most important hotel conversation you're not having yet.
It's hard. The argument is basically that hotels are adopting AI, which is great, but maybe not thinking enough about the security side.
Right. There's an assumption maybe that the vendor handles it or IP has it covered, but Morch argues that any hotel collecting guest data is a target, and AI expands that risk.
So the question for you, as a leader, is have you really assessed the new risks from your AI tools?
Exactly. He pushes for a proactive approach, suggesting things like internal AI champions to bridge tech and operations, promote secure use, build a security culture.
Not just box-ticking compliance. What else?
Regular audits, proper team training, clear plans for what happens if there's a breach. It's ongoing, needs leadership buy-in. He even offers resources like a security blueprint.
It's a shift from being maybe a bit scared of AI security to being empowered and prepared.
That's the core message. Ignoring it is the real danger.
And still on tech, that Amadeus Travel Dreams report surveying 6,000 travelers had some useful nuggets.
Yeah, really interesting look at how tech influences the whole journey. For inspiration, natural beauty still tops, but social media influences a third. And virtual tours really resonate with business travelers.
What about booking? What do people prioritize?
Still the basics. Free breakfast, free Wi-Fi are key. OTAs are convenient, but crucially, people will pay a bit more, up to 12% for certain features if booking direct. Opportunity there.
And the hotel experience itself. Tech versus human touch.
Bit of a split. Leisure travelers often prefer face-to-face check-in. Business travelers much prefer digital check-in, smart room controls. Hotels need flexibility.
So personalization and efficiency are key, whether tech-enabled or human-delivered.
Pretty much. Looking ahead, value and cleanliness are paramount. Business travelers also want efficiency, tech personalization, and digital payments. Even crypto are growing.
The takeaway seems to be blending tech and human service smartly.
Exactly. Use tech for efficiency and personalization where it adds value, but keep the human touch for connection and complex needs. It's about meeting diverse, evolving expectations.
And just a quick final note, the King's birthday public holiday just passed here in Australia.
Right, always a welcome mid-year break.
And usually a busy time for hospitality, right?
Yeah.
Long weekend, more travel events. Our sector is right at the heart of enabling that downtime and celebration.
Definitely plays a key role in community life during those periods.
So pulling all this together, new brands, shifting strategies, tech acceleration, evolving guest needs, it really makes you think, doesn't it? How quickly are traveler and owner expectations changing? And how agile does your own strategy need to be right now to keep pace or even get ahead?
That's definitely something to chew on.
And with that, that wraps up this week's 5-Star Weekly Briefing. Thanks for tuning in and staying informed with the latest in the hotel industry.